In the last few years, Nike's been in the decline and they've been losing most of their credibility. Things are just not the same anymore. Consumers are getting smarter by the day, so logically, they're looking elsewhere to find quality in something that once was. See, Nike's current price as of making this video is about this much. The last time Nike saw a price that low was December 31st of 2018, which equals to a total of 6 years of lost progress. Maybe the people are just done with the brand, and maybe they're done with Nike just being overall cheap, or maybe Nike's overall cultural stand in the world is not as strong. But we need to dive deeper and see what is really happening. In 2021, Nike was sued for misleading investors about the performance of Nike's stock. This probably doesn't sound that significant, but this actually happened about 3 other times. CEO John Donahoe, which, don't even get me started with this stupid bitch. Donahoe had the great idea to withdraw products from big companies that we all know to sell more to standalone Nike stores just to increase sales. As you'd expect, this failed very badly. Donahoe's strategy is also to invest heavily into the 2024 Olympics in hopes that the brand gets a lot more recognition through its products, and also to rejuvenate the brand and boost sales. You've gotta be fucking joking. If I can't stress enough how dumb of an idea this is, let me keep explaining. Companies like Coca-Cola have already backed out of investing so much into marketing because, I mean, we can just see how it's going so far. Nike is reinvesting upwards of approximately $4.29 billion towards marketing, which you may think maybe Nike spends around the same amount on marketing. No, they don't. This has been reported as the most Nike has spent on marketing ever. And just when you thought things could get any worse, it gets worse. Remember her? This is Caitlin Clark. She's well known for breaking records in college, doing crazy things and breaking records that guys in the NBA couldn't even replicate. Maybe asking, why am I even talking about Caitlin Clark? Why should I even care? Well, listen here, you little fuck. You shut up and I will tell you. This is very important, so listen. Caitlin signed a $28 million contract early this year, and if you know the WNBA, the highest paid in the league is currently receiving a measly $250,000. If that sounds like a lot, let me just give you some perspective. The lowest paid in the NBA is currently receiving $1.1 million. So, of course, this brought some backlash. Tension between teams, coaches. She had millions talking all over social media and everyone on the edge of their seats. She's even single-handedly brought women's basketball to life, making fans beg for more. And believe me, the numbers do show it. She's even rose recent controversy for not making the USA Olympic team because, catch this, she didn't quote-unquote meet the requirements. Now that's a story, my friend. But you would think with all of this attention and all of the potential for a great story for Nike to grab, that this would start a great campaign for Caitlin Clark. But what does Nike do? Nothing. Caitlin doesn't even have her own shoe to show for it. Let's slow down. Let's take a step back. I want you to turn back to the time when you got your first pair of Nikes. The feeling of walking into a Nike store. The feeling of finally getting that one Nike shoe. The feeling that Nike provided and the story that it told was much more just relying on false hope and a false story. John Donahoe is relying on a story that's unpredictable, waiting on someone in the Olympics, waiting on our team to win in the Olympics. That's something that a reliable company just simply doesn't do. That's something that a company as big as Nike shouldn't be relying on. You can't cut your way to success. We've already seen this example over and over with many companies that simply just couldn't compete. So what does this mean for Nike? Well, realistically, the future is unpredictable. Unlike this far, but seeing the overall direction and the decisions that they're making, it's not looking like they're going to be the top competitor for that much longer. And I can assure you, I don't think they will be. Looking at brands that are competing with Nike, they will find their way. That's what companies do. They'll battle against their competitor until they find that edge. Now seems like the best time for those companies to do so. So, will this be the first example of a company that was once seen as too big to fail, but now facing the very true reality that they will. Thanks for watching.